It's on the internet, it's on the YouTube channel. Sit in the lorry. I get TV sent round, so TV's running through us as well. I'm sitting in the back of the lorries.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the official draw of the AFC Cup 2014 knockout stage. My name is Jamie and I'll be your MC today. On behalf of the AFC, I would like to thank you for taking the time out to join us today and to join us for this exciting event and to also witness what we hope to be a draw filled with highly anticipated, exciting matches. I now have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Windsor John, AFC Deputy General Secretary, and Mr. Simon Thompson, Head of Football East Asia World Sport Group. This is an exciting moment in the AFC Cup 2014 as we eagerly await the next stage of the competition. And now to kickstart the draw event, we'd like to first present to you the highlights of the AFC Cup 2014 group stage. Let's give it a round of applause. It's been a great season so far. This year's competition, with 104 matches, produced a total of 324 goals witnessed by millions of football fans across Asia. It is with great pleasure that I now give the floor to the AFC Deputy General Secretary, Dr. Windsor John, to give us his speech and to introduce the AFC Cup 2014 knockout stage draw process. Dr. Windsor, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. Mr. Simon Thompson, Head of Football East Asia World Sports Group, Dr. Mohammad Fauzi, CEO of the Special Olympics Unified World Cup Organizing Committee, representatives from the member associations, participating teams, sponsors, guests from Special Olympics, AFC directors and staff, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to all of you to the AFC House, the home of Asian football, on the occasion of the official draw for the AFC Cup 2014 knockout stage. And on behalf of the AFC President, His Excellency Sheikh Salman bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa, and AFC General Secretary Dato' Alex Suse, I would like to congratulate all the 8 teams for making it to the knockout stage. This is the 11th edition of AFC's second-tier club competition, and we are very happy to know that it has evolved progressively since its inception. A total of 34 teams from 19 countries took part this year's tournament, which began in February with qualification playoff matches. The best 8 teams are now left in the competition from 6 different countries. The West Asian clubs have been a dominant force in this competition, except in 2011, when Uzbekistan's Nasaf became the only club outside West Asia to win this title. Defending champions, Kuwait Sports Club, are once again in contention to retain the title for the 3rd time in a row. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to wish all the teams the very best for the knockout stage. Thank you. So let's begin with the draw. As you can see on the screen, there are 8 teams that qualified for the knockout stage, 4 from the west and 4 from the east. And we have from the west, Al-Hid from Bahrain, Arbil from Iraq, Al-Qadsiya from Kuwait, and Kuwait SC from Kuwait. And from the east, we have Kichi from Hong Kong, Persipura Jayapura from Indonesia, Hanoi TNT from Vietnam, and Visai Ninh Binh from Vietnam. So let's move on to the draw principles. Country protection for the 2 clubs from the same member associations. As you saw just now earlier in the slide, we have 2 countries which have 2 clubs playing in this knockout stage. One is Kuwait from the west, and the other one is Vietnam from the east. What it simply means is that these clubs from each other will not be drawn to play each other in the quarterfinal stage. The quarterfinal itself is played home and away. All the first drawn clubs in quarterfinal 1, quarterfinal 2, 3, and 4 will host the first leg. And all the second drawn clubs in quarterfinal 1, 2, 3, and 4 will host the second leg of the quarterfinals. Semi-finals home and away, there will be no draw for the semi-finals. Semi-final 1 will be the winner of quarterfinal 1 and quarterfinal 3 who will host the first leg of the semi-final. And for semi-final 2 will be the winner of quarterfinal 2 and quarterfinal 4 who will host the second leg of the semi-final. And for the final match, for the AFC Cup, it's a single match. And the final, for the host for the final will be determined by the draw, which will be in the last pot over there. And the first drawn ball from the last spot will host the final match. Okay, let's move on to the draw procedure. We will start with the country pot. As I mentioned earlier, there are 2 countries that have 2 representatives in the quarterfinals, and that's Kuwait and Vietnam. This is the country pot. And now the club pot, representative from Kuwait is Qadsiya. And Kuwait SC. And then we have the representatives from Vietnam, Hanoi TNT, and Visai Ninh Binh. And we also have the other clubs that will make up the list for the quarterfinals. Al-Hid from Bahrain, Kichi from Hong Kong, Persipura Jayapura from Indonesia, and Arbil from Iraq. So those are the 8 clubs. Firstly, we will have the ball drawn from the country pot to see which country will be okay. Vietnam will be drawn first. The two clubs from Vietnam. Okay, let me just put it here. And we have Vietnam. The club from Vietnam will play in quarterfinal 1. Hanoi TNT. Hanoi TNT is a Vietnamese league winners in 2013, and Hanoi TNT reached the quarterfinals for the first time. For quarterfinal 2 will be the next team from Vietnam. And obviously the next team is Visai Ninh Binh, debutant in the AFC Cup this year and the only unbeaten team in the tournament. Now will be the next two clubs from Kuwait, which I mentioned earlier. They are split for country protection policy. Just to confirm, we will have the two clubs from from Kuwait. To play in quarterfinal 3, we have the club from Kuwait, Qadsia SC, two-time AFC Cup runner-up. And quarterfinal 4, the team in quarterfinal 4 will be obviously Kuwait SC, AFC Cup defending champions, the only team to win the AFC Cup 3 times. So that concludes the first teams in all the quarterfinals. And now we move on to the next sport to see which are the teams that they will be playing against. For quarterfinal 1, Hanoi TNT's opponent will be Arbil from Iraq, AFC Cup runner-up in 2012. Arbil quarterfinal 3. Al-Hid from Bahrain, appearing in the AFC Cup for the first time, will be playing against Al-Qadsia from Kuwait. And quarterfinal 4 to play Kuwait SC will be Persipura Jayapura from Indonesia, Indonesian Super League champions in 2013. Okay, that's done with the semi-finals. As I mentioned earlier, there will be no draw. The winner of quarterfinal 1 will be playing against the winner of quarterfinal 2, and the winner of quarterfinal 3 will play the winner of quarterfinal 4 in semi-final 2. Now we move on to the draw for the final match. Which winner will host the final match? Is it semi-final 1 or semi-final 2? Okay, we'll make a draw. The final for the AFC Cup 2014 will be hosted by the winner of semi-final 1. Let's make sure. There was. Okay. Okay. So you can see on the screen, you have the match schedule, with our first match commencing on 19th of August 2014 with quarterfinal 1 first leg, 26th August quarterfinal 2 second leg, 16th September semi-final 1 first leg between winner of quarterfinal 1 and winner of quarterfinal 2, the winner of quarterfinal 3 versus the winner of quarterfinal 4, and 30th September we'll have the semi-final 2 winner second leg, winner of quarterfinal 2 versus the winner of quarterfinal 1, and the winner of quarterfinal 4 versus the winner of quarterfinal 3. And on 18th October, we will have the final of the AFC Cup 2014. And just let's have a recap of the draw results today for the knockout stage. Quarterfinal 1 is between Hanoi TNT versus Arbil from Iraq. Quarterfinal 2 is between Visai Ninh Binh Vietnam versus Kichi from Hong Kong. Quarterfinal 3 is between Al Qadsiya from Kuwait versus Al Hid from Bahrain. And quarterfinal 4 is between Kuwait SC from Kuwait versus Persipura Jayapura from Indonesia. So ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the draw for the AFC Cup 2014 knockout stage. And we would like to wish all the teams the very best of luck. Thank you very much. Jamie, over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Windsor John. I'm sure everybody agrees with me. You did a wonderful job with the draw. Like what he said, this concludes the official draw for the AFC Cup 2014 knockout stage. We will be distributing the match schedules to you after this event. We would now like to thank Dr. Windsor John for helping us with the draw, and we'd like to thank all of you for being down here today. And I believe that all teams are ready for the competition, and I wish you all the best on your journey in the AFC Cup 2014. Also, may I now turn your attention to the media mixed zone and also the flash interview zones behind you. We encourage the media to conduct interviews and to take advantage of the photo opportunities we have prepared for you today. On behalf of the AFC, thank you for coming and have yourself a wonderful day.